Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Morgan, and today I wanted to talk to you all about wedding planning. So exciting. I guess I haven't really announced it on YouTube, but I got engaged in June. My fiance Garrett and I are going to get married in October of 2021. I'm so excited, and I've been over the moon wedding planning. It's been so much fun. Two little disclaimers. I'm going to jump into this so fast. First one, I followed a TikTok makeup tutorial. I feel very goofy and not like myself, so if it's horrible, please don't roast me in the comments. And the second one, my dog is especially needy today, so this might be a choppily edited video as I go back and forth to cater to her every demand. But anyhow, I just wanted to share a little bit about the wedding planning process. Garrett and I decided on a long engagement. About 16 months is how long our engagement will end up being, because we wanted to kind of enjoy the time to be engaged. We wanted to not make wedding planning a super stressful endeavor. And it gives us time to really think things through, figure out our budget, save more money for different things. Like for example, our honeymoon, we kind of think we want to take a big international trip, COVID permitting. And that's really not going to be possible if we're going to get married super soon, because, it's something we have to save for. So I just wanted to share the things we are splurging on and the things we're not splurging on, and then show you everything I have thrifted so far for the wedding. I'm getting started early, just so it doesn't stress me out later on. So as far as the things we're splurging on, the biggest splurge, I guess, probably would be the venue. There are definitely cheaper venues than the one we went with. We're actually getting married at a Girl Scout camp, not too far from us, about half an hour out. We really liked that. As far as the vibe goes for our wedding, I'll post some inspo pictures from my Pinterest here and link my Pinterest below. It's like an enchanted forest vibe. We're both very into the outdoors and nature. Most of our dates are like hiking and traveling and adventures, so that kind of brings the forest vibe in. And then I wanted somewhat of a whimsical feel to it, very romantic and just whimsy, so like an enchanted forest. And I think the Girl Scout camp fits perfectly into that. It's got a gorgeous lodge, and then it's surrounded by woods with hiking trails. And here's the kicker, why we're splurging on the venue. We really wanted to be able to rent the venue from Friday through Sunday instead of just having it on Saturday when we get married. Both of us want our engagement and our wedding to be as stress-free as possible. And I think a big part of that will be us being allowed to be in the venue to set up the day before. We're not going to be rushing. We're not going to be making our friends and family rush to set things up. It's just going to be a lot more relaxed having the venue and having that extra time to set up and tear down. And that also gave us the opportunity to have our rehearsal dinner and our wedding rehearsal at the venue. So that was $5,000, and yeah, there were absolutely cheaper options out there for venues. Actually, the one we thought we wanted to get married at, where we had our first date, non-date, before we really decided we were going to date though, was really close to where we live, but they're $1,200. But you only get it on Saturday, and they weren't even available when we needed them to be. The next thing that we're kind of splurging on is alcohol. I am not a drinker, but I do understand people love open bars at weddings, and they want to get lit, they want to have a good time, and I think weddings where people are getting drunk, if I'm being honest, are more fun because the dance floor is bumping, people are just being goofy and letting loose, and I really love being around people who are drinking, even if I don't enjoy drinking myself. So alcohol is one. We're going to hire my brother's friend as our bartender. Our venue, you do have to have a licensed bartender if we wanted to do hard liquor. We wouldn't have had to hire anyone if we just wanted beer and wine. But I know my family is going to want the open bar. I know Garrett's going to want his Jack and Cokes. So the bar, I think, is going to be worth splurging on. And another great thing about my venue is we get to provide our own alcohol. We get to bring it all onto the premises. We don't have to buy theirs or deal with any upcharges. And hand in hand with that, I want to have a coffee bar. Because like I said, I don't want to drink alcohol. I will probably have a glass of champagne at my wedding, just because I feel like that's a special thing you want to do. And that's not a huge splurge. I reached out to a woman I actually met at this Girl Scout camp we're getting married at. I did a camp there for creative women entrepreneurs, and she was there sharing ideas how she wanted to have a coffee bar and a traveling coffee bar. So I reached out to her, and she sent her pricing over, and I think it's only going to be $300 to have her there if my estimates are right on who's going to be drinking coffee versus alcohol. So we'll see, but I think that's worth it for me because I don't want to just be drinking soda. I want something like special for me, and I'm a big coffee enthusiast, so I think that'll be fun to have there. And actually a good number of Garrett's friends don't drink. And the other thing that's like kind of a splurge, but not really, is we're gonna have a shuttle from the venue to a close by hotel, because our venue is, like I said, about half an hour from my area, which is called the Quad Cities, and this is where the hotels are gonna be. The Girl Scout camp is like in a very small middle of nowhere town. It's gorgeous and just surrounded by woods and cornfields, but there is no hotel. So that like brings a bit of an issue if we are providing alcohol. I don't want the guests drinking at my wedding and then going and getting in a wreck. So they can all meet at the hotel, even if they're not staying there, and then take the shuttle, and the shuttle will take them home at the end of the night. So where we're kind of saving money is, first of all, our bridal party is very small. I know you don't spend a ton of money on the bridal party, but when it comes down, I don't really want to make my friends like pay for their hair and makeup. Even getting like bridal party gifts, and I know you're kind of like supposed to ask everyone in a cute way. We haven't completely 100% solidified how many people are going to be in ours. We're thinking 3. It might end up being as many as 5. We're just waiting. I haven't asked any of my girls yet, but Garrett's kind of been touching base with all of his friends, because my friends, except my best friend, is out in Boston, but the other girls I would ask are all local, whereas his are scattered all about, so he's kind of touching base and figuring out who's available and who's not, and who's going to be able to fly in, all of that fun logistical stuff. So, but the bridal party will be small. Another way we're saving money is by having my brother officiate the wedding, and this wasn't something we did as a way to save money. This makes me like emotional for some reason talking about it. I just think it's more special having somebody who knows and loves you do it, rather than, because neither of us are like religious or go to church, so I wouldn't want to hire a random like pastor or like officiant or anything like that. I've been to weddings where they have done that, and they go on like religious tirades, and the couple's not even religious. I recently went to one where he went on this big spiel about how marriage is made for man and woman. And it's okay if you believe that. I think marriage is for anyone, any consenting adult who is in love. And I don't want some random person I don't know using my wedding as like a platform to like, when I could just have somebody like my brother, who, like I said, loves us and knows us and will be able to put like his heart and soul into the ceremony. For me and like what's important to me, that's gonna be so much more special and so much more memorable. So I'm excited about that. Another way we're saving money, there is a gentleman that Garrett works with who is the sweetest, nicest, greatest man, and he's kind of taken a liking to Garrett, and he offered to play the harp for us while I walk down the aisle, which makes me so excited. I thought we would just have some instrumental music playing off speakers. I do think it's going to make the ceremony more special. It's not something I wanted, but now that the offer's been extended, oh, it just makes me so happy. And that's like another thing that makes me want to cry. Like, I get goosebumps thinking about that. One thing I wanted to mention is like people always say it takes like a village to raise a baby. I realize it takes a village to plan a wedding. Like so many people, my wedding's over a year away, have already like popped up to say, hey, you're gonna need help with this. I'd love to do this. Da, da, da. The fourth way we're saving money is on food. We are getting good food, but COVID permitting, we're gonna have a buffet rather than a seated meal. I prefer buffets at weddings. As a vegetarian, it makes things a lot less awkward because so many weddings I've gone to, it's like beef or chicken, you have to choose. If it's like a seated meal, there's never a vegetarian option, so it just feels wasteful getting a meat, and then sometimes like the juices from that meat ooze on the sides. So I just like a buffet so I can control what's going on my plate. And it's also more economical. And I also don't really want to deal with a seating chart. I just want people to be able to sit with who they want to sit with and have a good time. And the last place I am saving money is on the decor. This is somewhere I could probably easily spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars because I'm such a details person. I notice the decor when I go anywhere, really, and especially at weddings, because I've been to so many just gorgeous, gorgeous weddings, and I'm like, oh, one day I want to have a wedding that gorgeous. And then you start looking how much it costs to actually rent things and buy things and all of the expensive things that go into hosting your own wedding and making it beautiful. So here are a few things we're doing as far as our decorations go. For flowers, I'm going to buy them wholesale and then arrange them myself hopefully with the help of my bridesmaids, my aunts, and my mom and Garrett's mom, anyone who wants to help. And that's another reason having the venue all weekend is going to be great, because we would pick up the flowers on Thursday. We can take them Friday at noon and start working on them. And I'm going for like that whimsical vibe, so I don't need my bouquets to be perfect and symmetrical. I kind of want them just to be like, I almost want it to look like you spontaneously picked these flowers in a field and now look how gorgeous this is. I'm using Flower Moxie, I think. There are a few sites. I just like Flower Moxie's vibe the best. And I know that all comes down to marketing. They're probably just as, all of the sites are probably just as great, but Flower Moxie drew me in with their website. I'll link them down below. I've been on their site obsessively every single day, basically, just looking at flowers and bookmarking and trying to plan what flowers I want in my wedding. And as far as flowers go, we're focusing heavily on greenery and then flowers to complement that. And greenery is so much cheaper than flowers. You can buy 3 times as much greenery as flowers and pay the same price if you're covering that same amount of space. And greenery is so pretty. Tons of greenery and then highlight with flowers. And finally, I have been thrifting my booty off trying to find wedding decor that kind of fits the vibe I'm going for, and I'm going to show all of that to you. So big things I'm looking for are brass candlesticks, I've got a few other candlesticks too, pink depression glass or glass that just looks like depression glass. It doesn't have to be authentic. Trying to look around me. Different size bottles, hurricane glass, and just like whimsical decoration accents. So the most boring stuff first. Here's a vase that's kind of just like shaped like hurricane glass. It's not actually hurricane glass because it has the bottom. But many wedding venues only let you have candles if they're within hurricane glass. And hurricane glass is expensive, but you can get vases like this for 88 cents at Goodwill. So far I've gotten, I think 16 of these, different shapes and sizes, but for the most part they're this height, this width. They vary by maybe like this much each. I've gotten a ton of candlesticks. I love the look of brass candlesticks. So I brought just a few upstairs because I was getting exhausted running back and forth. But we've got like different sizes and heights and shapes, and this is just gonna kind of complement the whimsical vibes I'm going for. You could have everything very consistent in the same size and shape and symmetry, but I want it, I don't have any better word than whimsical. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing that word, but I just want it to have like that whimsical feel, like, oh, this whole thing, I just threw it together, you know? Not like this was meticulously planned and everything was measured and centered and matched and paired. So far I've gotten all these at Goodwill, and they range in price from 88 cents to $3.88. Most of them have been 88 cents, but this, I have 2 of these. I don't know where the other one is. I must have left it downstairs. This one, they were $3.88 each. And then I looked them up on eBay, and they're selling a pair for like 30 bucks. So I kind of get why these ones are more expensive. And then I got 5 of these candlesticks, and these are like heavy marble with gold. These were, I think, $1.88 each, and they're just from Target, and they sold for $12.99 each. They have tags on them still. And this candle holder, I love this. Again, I have to use that word whimsical. Let me get my thesaurus out. Let's find a different word for whimsical. Oh, it says amusing, mischievous, eccentric, unusual, odd, weird. Okay, I would not use those words. Airy, lighthearted, I don't know. We're just gonna stick with whimsical. So this fits like those whimsical vibes with the leaves. We are gonna spray paint it brass. I've been trying to research what spray paints are like the most authentic and like will make it look like brass. I really don't love how it looks now with like the silver and the darker silver. So it's not gonna pain me at all to get rid of that. And I got this for $2.88. 12 of these gold wine bottles for $1.88, which was just incredible. They came in a big case. And I went up to an employee. I was like, are these marked right? Because it says $1.88 for all 12 of these. And she didn't care. She's like, yep, that's fine. And I was like, okay. I felt like I was kind of getting away with something. Like maybe they were supposed to be $1.88 each. But yeah, we have 12 of them. So I'm super excited. And I also just realized I didn't bring them up. I've got green translucent wine glasses or wine bottles as well. So this is one piece of depression glass I did find, and I got this at an antique shop, and this was just $4, more than I would like to spend, but I thought this was really pretty, and I'll probably keep this on a bookshelf or something here in my office. It kind of matches, goes with the pink on the wall after the wedding too. So here's that horrible W word again, but little whimsical birdies. I love birds. I feel like I'm trying to weigh if you guys are gonna make fun of me. We have cardinals in my yard and I pretend they're my grandpa, so I kind of wanted these little birdie pieces to have like, try not to cry, so like it feels like my grandpa's there too. So got me little birdies, and I was gonna try to find more little knickknacks that are either already this gold brass color or that I could spray the gold brass. Another piece of pink glass. This isn't depression glass. I think it might be Vaseline glass. I'm not super up to date on all of the antique glasses. And speaking of glasses, second to last thing. We are going to get a bunch of thrifted green, terracotta, and light pink glass stemware to just have like every person's gonna have different colored glass in front of them at the wedding. Instead of renting, nice good crystal, we can get these either 88 cents or 2 for $88 on sale days. And so far I've gotten 6, which we're gonna have probably 120 people at the wedding. We won't have those at the kids' table, we'll have something plastic. This is my favorite piece I have thrifted. This is gonna go on the head table in between Garrett and I. I think it's just gorgeous. It's just this brassy gold flower candelabra. We'll probably have long candles in it though. Again, electric, because this won't go in hurricane glass. But yeah, right now I've just got it decorating the house with little tea candles. But I think it's so, so pretty. I love this, and I'll keep this for forever. That's all I've got for you now. I've been talking for far too long, I know. So I will be back soon with another video and an entire series on wedding planning because I am so into it at this point. So thanks for watching. Bye!